about when a young Indonesian woman travel to 5 continents alone, please help me to welcome Olivia.
Hi, my name is Olivia. I've traveled to over 40 countries in 5 continents in the world. I know it doesn't sound so unique for some people, especially from the West, due to some competitive advantage, such as visa, for instance, and also the purchasing power for the money values. But it wasn't my case. I was born and raised in North Sumatra, in Brastagi. It's a very beautiful place. It's close to Singapore and Malaysia. My parents never brought me travel, and they're not even encouraged me to travel. They think it's not safe. But then there are 3 main issues to travel for young Indonesian women. The first is, of course, money. So many people ask me when I travel, how do I afford my travel? Am I coming from a rich parents, or do I have a sugar daddy? No, I don't. I travel because of my own effort. I got 8 scholarships to travel abroad. I did my double master in Australia. I also studied in Melbourne, also in Montana, and in Tokyo. And I need to reject 5 scholarships because I can only do once at a time. And on top of the scholarship, I also went to a lot of competitions. I love competing. I'm a competitive person. I represent my country, Indonesia. I represent my university. I join any competition that I could, as long as it's beneficial. I want to travel because it's something beneficial for me and for my society and for other people as well. So I also went to volunteer work. This one, I went to volunteer in Malaysia a few months ago doing organic farming. It's not as glorious as it looks like, but I also do volunteer work in Hue in Vietnam, and also in Colombia, doing some environmental campaign. But some of my work is kind of glorious. This one, when I went to COP meeting in Paris, I did some presentation of my project there, and I went to Global Entrepreneurship Summit in Silicon Valley, where this one is I took the picture myself, where I see the speech of Obama by myself. So the second problem is the passport. Who come to Indonesia by visa on arrival? Most of you, I guess, but it's not in the case of my passport, Indonesian passport. We're ranked number 75 of Global Passport Index, means that our passport is weak. And then we have to apply to so many visas to travel around the world. For instance, this case, to travel to Europe, we need to prove that we have money, we have a job, we have a university, that we're going to come back to Indonesia. We have, you need to prove all the things, your identity and everything. And that it doesn't really guarantee that you're going to get a visa, despite the fact that you already pay for the visa fee, which almost 1 month of the minimum wage in Indonesia, let's say. So, and then if it's get rejected, it's just rejected, and it's gonna be in your passport forever. So it's a problem for us to travel. Europe is just one of the simple. So many countries like US and Australia, we need to apply for the visa. The third is the security. My mom thinks that it's not safe for me as a woman to travel, let alone travel around the world. But I don't care. I travel and I'm safe. I don't have any self-defense technique. I don't bring any self-defense. Wherever I go, I just trust people. This one, the sample of I travel alone by myself to Colombia, knowing no Spanish, knowing no one there, just travel and do some volunteer work. But along the way, I found so many cool people that we still keep in touch, and so many kindness that I received. So I think, despite the fact that Colombia is famous for being cartel, but I think it's safe for me, at least. And this one, for instance, I traveled from Vienna down to Sofia by myself, by train, and that I didn't have SIM card back then. I didn't have credit card because I didn't have money back then. And that, but I'm safe with just this small backpack. This one, when I did my research in Nepal, I almost got lost in between the border of Nepal and India. because my GPS didn't work and I didn't speak Nepali. But then people helped me along the way. There's so many kindness along the way that people graciously give to me. So it's always safe. And this one, I went for horse riding in Fiji. I was just alone, and I met my friend there, a woman there who became my friend, my best friend along the way. And that I don't believe that. I think the world is safe. That when you travel, you even think that the world is safer because the news just comes with a lot of negativity, and that when you travel, you meet so many good people. So despite the fact that I brought up by not so feminist mom, but I think that I want to travel is because I read. I read a lot. I read about the journey of female traveling, growing up, and inspire me. I want to travel the world. I think the world has so much to offer, beautiful things, yummy cuisines, beautiful people, and also a different culture. I love to experience it myself. So a lot of people ask me, especially when I was in Nepal, a girl asked me if I want to share my experience because just like me, they haven't explored, just like me before, they haven't explored the world and they were curious. So I said, of course, yes. So that was on the top of base camp of Everest that I thought I want to write a book. I want to leave a legacy. I want to make sure that what I experience is useful for other people too. I want to share my stories. I think it's going to be useful for other young women. So fast forward a few months ago, I finally published my first book, Traveling Aja Dulu, because I want to inspire other young women that if I can, they also can. If women work hard, they will definitely achieve their dreams. That you can travel the world not only to see objects or tourist objects, but you can also make yourself proud, make your family proud, make your country proud, and that girls, when you empower girls, you empower the whole world. Thank you.
Please stay on stage. Thank you, Olivia.